Today I want to talk to you about setting goals and achieving them. We've all heard sayings like failing to plan is planning to fail, and a goal is a dream with a deadline. These phrases capture the purpose of goal setting, however in my mind fail to capture the practical element. This is where SMART goals come in. Originally formulated by George T. Doran in 1981 and modified over the years for different fields, a SMART goal is defined as specific, measurable, achievable or signable, realistic and time-related. For our purposes, we will substitute assignable with attainable and realistic with relevant. Let's see this in action. As an example, I have a goal. I want to be fit. Now this is a commonly sought after goal. Many have attempted to ascend this metaphorical mountain and many have floundered on its foothills. So let us then avoid the missteps of others and align this goal with the SMART framework. Instead of saying, I want to be fit, I could instead say, I want to be a healthy 85 kilos in the next 2 years. Through the inclusion of a handful of definable terms, we will transition the goal from enigmatic and likely ephemeral to specific, measurable, attainable, relevant and time-related. Now to demonstrate this, unpack this under those terms as headers. Specific. A goal is specific by having the who, what, where and when clearly defined. In the original goal, the who was the only defined variable, namely I. In expanding the terms from fit to a healthy 85 kilos in the next 2 years, we have accommodated the what, when and where, namely defining fitness for myself to be a healthy 85 kilos. Notice I haven't broken it down further into BMIs and percentage muscle versus percentage fat. Albeit we have room to unpack these aspects, I have obfuscated them from the statement. This is because we want to be careful in how much we specify a goal in its wording, as an abstracted goal can at times provide us with necessary flexibility. Or in other terms, we want a goal that is specific enough to be quantifiable and general enough to be flexible in order to account for the human element. Measurable. As stated, we want a goal that is quantifiable so that success can be measured over time to ensure that we are on track to the goal. The goal stated has both explicit and implicit measurable factors. The explicit factor listed is body weight. This can easily be tracked over time through chronological weight measurement. The implicit factor listed is healthy, which itself can be broken down into BMI, visceral fat, and bone density, which can be measured over time through affordable scales which measure segmental body composition. Attainable. I presently sit at what I would consider a healthy 73 kilos. I've achieved this from starting at an unhealthy 61 kilos 2 years ago. Or while having managed a growth of 12 kilos of healthy weight gain over the last 2 years, or whilst modifying my life to a healthy lifestyle, I believe an additional growth of 12 kilos over the next 2 years is entirely attainable. Relevant. It is important that a SMART goal lines up with short-term and long-term goals, and thus overall strategic direction. This goal fulfills these criteria by aligning with my short-term goal to make the most of my youth through healthy practices, and my long-term goal to get it's all good.